Welcome back to the segment on the phonetic editor. For those of you that do real time and you feed out to an attorney or a judge, or both, the phonetic editor is very important to you. Because if you are doing real time and any untranslates that come up, you do not want them coming up obviously in steno, because the attorney and judge may or may not be able to read through it. So we use the phonetic editor. In order for your attorney to be able to read through a misstroke, you need to have the basic steno keyboard and sounds defined. So, in order to do this, I want you now to click on the phonetic editor icon within your software. On your screen, you should see basic keyboard only. This is my list where I have a lot of my sounds and so on that I have added to this list. But you need to basically go down this list and you're going to see things like initial S equals S, initial T equals T, your beginning, let's say G and what it equals and so on. Like here's my D and it's my initial D. If you run across anything on the list as you are looking at it now that you do not write that way, you can do one of two things. Let's go down to an area that I have actually put in incorrectly so I can show you this. Let's say final FB for V. You don't do this. Just highlight it and you can delete it, or you can correct it, either correcting the steno or the English define. So I'm going to delete this right now because I don't use that. Now to add something to your list, and let me see what we can do here. Alright. Right now on my list, I only have my final F defined. Let me caution you. If you have been taught way back when to use your final F for both F and V, you cannot have a conflicting key in this phonetic utility. You must pick one or the other. However, if you have over the years made a difference between your final F and final V, then you want to then add whichever one you need right now. So since I have final F defined, I'm going to click the add button, and I am going to put in here asterisk F, and my English will just be V. So when I do asterisk F, I want it to know that that is a V sound for me. And I'll just click your add button. And when you do that, it will add it to your list. What you really need to do here, folks, is when you highlight something, and let's say you want to modify either the English or the steno, you can click modify, and you can change it however you need. You can add things to the list, you can delete them from the list. Let's go down a little bit of what I have. In addition to your basic keyboard, steno keyboard, and this also means your group sounds like GL. I have PL on here, FL. What's some of the other ones? There's my FL, PL, BL. Letter combinations. You need to get your letter combinations on this list. You then want to look at sounds. And what I've done here is I use STK for all my dis words. I have STR for words that start with STR. I have SP for SUP words, SL for SEL words. I have my shus here, my VIS for vice, SER, DP for DEP words, like in deposit, DL for my DEL words, like delete, dilute, whatever. I've also added endings like LI for LY words, R long E for RE words, and so on. There's my ability. I have an asm and an ism somewhere, ologist, ology. These are sounds. You cannot put words in here. The only thing you should have in this phonetic utility is all of your single keys on your steno keyboard, your letter combinations, all of your vowels, both long and short, and sounds. The more you work on this list, when you misstroke something, the easier it's going to be for your attorney to read through those misstrokes. I'm going to refer to this phonetic utility a little bit later when we discuss suggest translation and its purpose in the editor. But please, this is a very important editor area. You need to work on your phonetic utility and continue to grow this list, because the more you do, the better phonetic translation you're going to get. That's all there is to the phonetic utility, and I'll be back with the next segment in just a second.